All right, Cowboys Nation, buckle up because we have some absolutely earth-shattering news that's going to get every true Dallas fan out of their seat. This isn't just your typical off-season fluff or vague rumor. This is breaking and confirmed. The Dallas Cowboys have officially signed one of the most intriguing, physically dominant, and game-changing tight ends in recent NFL memory, Darnell Washington. That's right, the former Georgia Bulldog and former Pittsburgh Steeler is now a Dallas Cowboy, and y'all, this move could very well shift the entire trajectory of our offense heading into this season. Let's talk about it. If you've watched any of Washington's film, you already know that he's not your average tight end. He's a towering 6'7", nearly 270 pounds of raw power and athleticism. We're talking about a man who blocks like an offensive tackle but moves like a wide receiver. He was underused in Pittsburgh, no doubt about it, but he's got all the tools to explode in Dallas's system, especially under Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer. What makes this move so exciting is that it gives Dak Prescott an absolute monster of a target in the red zone. Imagine trying to cover this guy one-on-one inside the 10-yard line. Good luck. Defenses are going to have nightmares just trying to figure out how to line up against a set with Darnell Washington and Jake Ferguson on the field at the same time. That size, versatility, and matchup hell for linebackers and safeties alike. And let's not forget what this does for the run game. Washington's blocking is elite. Seriously, he can drive defensive ends off the ball like a left tackle. He's not just a big body, he's technically sound, powerful, and relentless. Pair him with our offensive line and Tony Pollard, or whoever ends up being the main back this season, and we've got the potential to run downhill with purpose and authority. And here's where it gets even better. The Cowboys didn't have to break the bank or give up a ton of draft capital to make this happen. This is what you call a low-risk, insanely high-reward move. This front office finally showed some aggression and vision. Fans have been begging for more physicality, more toughness, more attitude on offense, and Washington brings all of that and then some. This guy was born to play football. He's got that SEC pedigree, that warrior mentality, and now he's wearing the star. Can you believe it? Washington is now a Cowboy. Now, I know some people out there are going to say, well, he didn't put up big stats last year in Pittsburgh. And you're right, he didn't light up the scoreboard, but context matters. He was behind Pat Freiermuth, and the Steelers' offensive system didn't really utilize him properly. But when you actually watch the tape, he made the most of his limited opportunities. He's got soft hands, high point ability, and the kind of physical dominance that doesn't always show up on the stat sheet. In Dallas, with more opportunities, and an offensive coordinator who knows how to use tight ends in mismatches, we could be looking at a breakout year. Think about this, we're entering an era in the NFL where having multiple tight ends who can both block and catch is becoming a cheat code. Look at teams like the Chiefs, 49ers, Ravens. They dominate with hybrid tight end play. And now, the Cowboys are joining that club. Ferguson is your steady chain mover and red zone guy. Washington is your bully in the trenches and vertical seam threat. That's a recipe for some serious problems for opposing defenses. And imagine those play action sets. Play action with a two tight end formation. Dak fakes to the back, linebackers crash down, and boom, Darnell streaking down the seam wide open. The possibilities are endless. Not only that, but Washington's presence is going to open things up for CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and Jalen Tolbert as well. Defenses won't be able to cheat their safeties or double up on receivers as easily when they also have to worry about a 6'7" tight end who can pancake defenders or jump over them for a touchdown. This changes the geometry of the field, and that's a big deal. And let's give some credit to the Cowboys coaching staff for this one too. This wasn't just about grabbing a big name, it was about finding a player who fits the scheme, the locker room, and the identity this team is trying to build. Darnell Washington is tough, he's humble, and he plays with a chip on his shoulder. That's the kind of guy you want on your team when it's 4-1 in the fourth quarter. That's the kind of guy who wins playoff games. And y'all already know this team has been right on the edge for the past few years. We've had the talent, we've had the defense, but we needed that extra grit, that X factor on offense. Maybe, just maybe, Darnell is that guy. And hey, shout out to Cowboys Nation because I already know the fan base is buzzing right now. Twitter is on fire, the message boards are lit up, and I've been getting texts nonstop from Cowboys fans saying, "Is this for real?" Yes, it is. This is real. It's happening. And we are here for it. Now, I want you to think about the potential packages we could roll out in 2025. You've got Dak under center, Pollard in the backfield, Ferguson and Washington lined up tight, Lamb and Cooks wide. What do you even do as a defense? You can't stack the box because we can throw. You can't drop too deep because we'll run it down your throat. You can't play man because the size mismatches will crush you. This offense just became multiple, unpredictable, and downright dangerous. And I haven't even gotten to what this means for Dak. Prescott thrives when he has reliable safety valves, big targets who can bail him out under pressure. We saw it with Jason Witten, we saw it at times with Dalton Schultz. But now he's got someone who can do that and crush defenders in the blocking game. This is going to help keep Dak upright, it's going to give him more clean pockets, and it's going to extend drives. And when you extend drives, you win games. Period. I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised if Darnell Washington becomes a key cog in this offense within just a few games. He doesn't need to catch 60 balls to be a success. His impact will be felt in the dirty work, in the trenches, in the third and shorts and red zone snaps. This guy is a tone setter, a game changer, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if he ends the year with 4 or 5 touchdowns and a dozen highlight reel blocks. And for those wondering about locker room fit, don't worry. By all accounts, Darnell is a humble, hard-working guy who just wants to play football and win. He doesn't come with ego, he comes with work ethic. That's what we need. He'll mesh well with the tight end room, he'll earn respect quickly, and I fully expect him to become a fan favorite by midseason. He's the kind of guy who dives on a fumble, throws down a nasty pancake block, then helps his guy up. That's Cowboy football. And to top it all off, the NFC East is going to have to deal with him now. The Eagles, the Giants, the Commanders, they all have to game plan for a 6'7" freight train who can catch passes and flatten linebackers. It gives us a new wrinkle, a new weapon, and a new identity. This is the kind of move that makes a playoff team even more dangerous. So Cowboys Nation, let's celebrate this one. Let's welcome Darnell Washington to Dallas the right way. Flood the comments with stars, hit that like button until it turns blue, and make sure you're subscribed because this season is going to be special. I can feel it. We've got the defense, we've got the quarterback, we've got the receivers, and now we've got a new beast at tight end. Darnell Washington is a Cowboy. Let's go.